This is WFYI News Now. It's Wednesday, December 17th, and I'm Sarah Neal Estes. Here are today's top stories around central Indiana. Marion County Sheriff Kerry Forestal will run for the State Senate District 31 seat in central Indiana. That district is the northeast corner of Indianapolis and the Fishers area in Hamilton County, and it is a competitive district currently held by Republican Senator Kyle Walker. Walker recently made news as one of the Republicans openly opposed to redistricting. He announced he would not run again earlier this month. Forestal is a Democrat and in his second term as sheriff. In that current role, he is term limited. The Indianapolis Local Education Alliance votes this evening on a plan to reshape how districts and charter schools are governed. The group must choose between two models and send one to state lawmakers. Both models would shift power away from the elected Indianapolis Public Schools Board. Mayor Joe Hogsett and Superintendent Alicia Johnson have not endorsed a specific plan, but say any deal must include universal transportation and stricter limits on charter schools. Also in IPS news, the district is backing down in a legal fight with the state's attorney general over immigration. Eric Weddle reports.
At the center of the dispute is a 2017 rule that stops school employees from helping federal immigration agents without top-level approval. Attorney General Todd Rokita sued the district last month, claiming that policy illegally blocked a father's deportation when the school refused to release his son without a warrant. In court filings, the district now says it is writing new rules. IPS still dismisses the lawsuit as political, but the school board is expected to vote next month over the mandatory changes. I'm Eric Weddle.
More than 7 million people need to change federal student loan repayment plans. Aubrey Wright reports on the end of the plan called Saving on a Valuable Education.
The SAVE plan was a Biden-era initiative meant to provide lower monthly payments and a faster pathway to loan forgiveness. More than 140,000 Hoosiers are on it. But after a series of legal battles, the Trump administration is officially ending the plan. So SAVE borrowers must select a new one. While there is currently no deadline yet, the U.S. Department of Education says it will reach out with more guidance. SAVE plan borrowers haven't been required to make payments since July last year, but interest began accruing in August. If they want to stay on an income-driven repayment plan, they'll have to submit another application through the Education Department. Those plans usually have smaller monthly payments, especially for low-income Americans. I'm Aubrey Wright.
A police task force released a report that breaks down efforts to get illegal guns and drugs out of central Indiana. Jeremy Rubin has more.
The Indiana Crime Guns Task Force is a law enforcement partnership that focuses on finding people who have guns despite prior offenses. This year, the task force pulled 300 illegally owned firearms and over 180 machine gun conversion kits off the streets of central Indiana. Lieutenant Jared Heidelbaugh helps run the Crime Guns Task Force.
That's a huge win for all of the citizens of central Indiana because we are pulling as a unit and as a team guns off the streets of Indianapolis and central Indiana that are being used in violent crimes against our citizens.
The task force is made up of members of the IMPD, Indiana State Police, Fishers Police, the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, and other central Indiana law enforcement agencies. I'm Jeremy Rubin.
And the Indiana Department of Health launched a new drug overdose dashboard to expand access to key information. Ben Thorpe reports advocates say it gives the public a better understanding of how opioid use impacts communities.
The state's previous dashboard focused only on drug overdoses. The new dashboard adds available resources in each county, the number of opioid prescriptions being written, and the number of emergency department visits related to drug overdose. Jackie Daniels is the Director of Clinical Development for the Indiana Center for Recovery. She says the new data will help the public track things like non-fatal overdoses, which are an indicator of a future fatal overdose.
There are a lot of people that have lost loved ones that wish they had this information a long time ago.
A second dashboard catalogs state data on violent deaths, including homicides and suicides. I'm Ben Thorpe.
That's all for today's episode of WFYI News Now. Our podcast is produced by Zach Bundy with support from the news team at WFYI and public media journalists across the state. Kendall Antron produced our music. And if you liked today's episode, remember to subscribe and share, and follow WFYI on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube to get the latest updates from our newsroom anytime. Thank you for listening. We'll see you next time.